Alright, so purpose of today's video. Um, Basically, this is kind of a little tale I tell to a lot of my clients to try to explain the reason that I like lifting weights and why muscle is insanely important. And I forget who and I nabbed this from somebody. I forget who I read it from, but it just made perfect sense. And it's a very easy way to explain it that makes sense, kind of in layman's terms, of why lifting weights is insanely important for being lean. So basically, think of it this way: say you have two twins. They're both 130. Say they're two twin girls. They're both 130 pounds. So they're twins. So all things being equal, they pretty much have the same DNA. And they both go on a diet where they lose 10 pounds over the course of a year. They lose 10 pounds over the course of a year. So now they're both at the end of this year, they're both at 120 pounds. Now, scale weight, 120 pounds. Now, twin A does nothing but endurance training. So just goes out and runs, cycles, things like that. So let's just call it running. She just goes out and runs the whole time. So at the end of this, her body fat remains the same. Now that's not always going to happen, but you might be able to gain a little bit of muscle running, but you're not going to be able to gain much muscle running. Now twin B gains 10 pounds of muscles. Now, mind you, twin B is still 120 pounds, but she gained 10 pounds of muscle weight. So she's still 120 pounds. Now, basically, who do you think will have the lower body fat? Twin A, mind you, did not gain any muscle at all, so her body fat remains the same. Twin B gained muscle, so her body fat thus is lower. Because her body fat is lower, she is leaner. That makes sense. And also, we've heard this, everyone's probably heard this 1,000 times. Muscle is denser than fat. A pound of muscle is much smaller than a pound of fat. So, i.e., she is smaller, she has less body fat already because they're the same weight, and she has more muscle. She has less body fat, and she will also be smaller. She will look smaller. She will take up less space because she has more muscle than somebody else that's 120 pounds. So, this is why it's insanely important to make resistance training the main focus of your exercise if your goals are physique related. For sure. You need to do that. You need to. Because, like say, if I'm 230 pounds and I have someone that also weighs 230 pounds and my body fat is 10% and their body fat is 20%, I will be smaller and leaner than that other person because I have leaner, I have a lower body fat percentage, and I will be smaller because muscle takes up less space than fat. So you will be smaller. So if your goals are to be lean and toned, again, that magical measurable thing toned, then you're going to want to lift weights. You're going to want to resistance train. Doesn't matter what kind of resistance training you do, but some type of resistance training, and it needs to be the main focus of your exercise programming. All right, thank you for watching.